Sports Life Talk. Hot topics with Sports Life Talk. So come and get you some Sports Life Talk. They let us in the game, now we calling the shots. Things will never be the same, so forget what you thought. Cause life without sports ain't nothing but talk. Here we go now, finally a show that makes your heart pound. Profound, wonder what's running up through your thoughts now. About to drown all podcasts that be watered down. Tell them clowns it's a new era, and it's starting now. 5 total strangers, the 5 Power Rangers, approaching Sports Life Talk from 5 different angles. Get ready for the change up. We done turned the flame up. The topics that we bring up, we about to blow this thing up. Yeah, let's get it cracking. KT the head coach and Ms.Manhattan. Gemini Jones hold the throne, she be calling them out. Mr. United Surgeon B. Jones, I'm out to the south. From the cover athlete to the year of the week, we got what you need. We dropping what's hot in the streets, from copping new sneaks to locals popping doing big things. When gossip and tea, let Kimberly pull you a dream. Sports Life Talk, who is them? Went from not listening and now you're tuning in. If you're feeling what you're hearing, tell a friend, tell a friend. Thank you for listening, let the show begin. Sports Life Talk, who is them? Went from not listening and now you're tuning in. If you're feeling what you're hearing, tell a friend, tell a friend. Thank you for listening, now let the show begin. Let's go.
Welcome to another episode of Sports Life Talk, where life without sports is just talk. I'm laughing because I was killing them grapes before. All I saw was 3, 2. I said, sorry,
the professionalism on this show was it just.
But no, did you say I should try to come and just be all calm and talk? No, we need that Gemini Jones. Stop playing with us.
I had grapes in my mouth. Sorry. Oh, this lighting is horrible. I don't know why I look like a ghost, but I'm really here, y'all. It's not a hologram. That's what I look like. I look like a hologram. But welcome to another episode of Sports Life Talk, where life without sports is just talk. This is episode 152, and we have entitled this Parents Just Don't Understand. But before we get into that, let's introduce my wonderful co-host, B. Jones, Mouth of the South. How you doing tonight, sir?
Hey, Pam, we got football season here. It's here. This is like I don't think I can get much better. I mean, this is it. Okay. This is what I waited all year for.
Okay.
All year?
All year. I'm sad for the little kiddies got to go back to school. I'm sad for all the bus drivers and teachers. And I know a lot of y'all now, just summer just it's done. But hey, for me, I'm thriving. I'm thriving right now.
Are you? Okay. That's wonderful. And of course we have the head coach, Ed Reede. How you doing, sir?
I am doing great. I was 3 days in of school and yada, yada, yeah, and all that good stuff.
Okay. You feeling good about this school year?
I don't think it'll be a bad school year. It's just the fact that I'm back at work. So, yeah.
Okay. Everybody can't get 3 months off. But anyway, all right. And then, of course, we had Ms.Manhattan, the lovely Katie. How are you doing this evening?
I am good. It's so crazy because I feel like our group chat has kind of been on chill this week. So I'm glad to see everybody's good. Glad to see y'all's faces. And of course, glad to hear y'all's voices. Hear y'all in my ears.
Did you miss us?
I did miss y'all. I always miss y'all.
Well, you could have said something in the chat. You could have sent a blink if y'all still alive or something.
You didn't miss us that much.
Well, I was thinking about y'all. That's why I take
all that matters.
today.
That's all that matters.
I've been going through over here, so just pray for you, girl.
No, never mind. I talked to both of y'all, so I don't know what Katie talking about.
I don't know.
I talked to all 3 of y'all this week.
You did, because B. Jones, you called me on Sunday, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But, you know what she's saying, though. Normally, we talk more than we have this week. Yeah. See, I go back to work, and y'all know how to act.
All right, y'all. So let's dive right in so we can get the somber stuff kind of out of the way and get back to our normal show. So like I said, this episode is entitled Parents Just Don't Understand. So to kick this episode off, we are going to talk about the parents at sporting events. So overzealous parents and spectators at sporting events can ruin the experience for everyone, even the athletes they are there to support. Should there be some kind of code of conduct that is actually enforced during games? And when we talk about, the shooting incident that happened here in Texas at a Lancaster game, it's, how people act and are treated at this is at at these games. And apparently there was an altercation with a referee, or there was a bad call, or whatever the case was, and the parents and the referee got into it, and somehow a coach ended up losing his life. His name was Mike Pittman, I believe. And so there's been other incidences, and I will admit somebody on this show has been involved in a sporting altercation. KD, I told you about all that. But
KD, what you do? What you did, KD?
I don't know. I'm gonna find out tonight.
You know what she's talking about. I thought she was talking about herself.
I know she is talking about herself, but I wanted to deflect for her.
Yeah, but let's dive into this. So, what do you think? I mean, again, I have been a parent of a child that plays sports, and we have the bad calls, we have the bad referees, and you also have the other side that might be doing a little bit too much. So where do you draw the line at a sporting event between cheering for your team and your child to all out fighting? I mean, we have seen numerous videos, unfortunately I starred in one, of sporting event altercations. So where do we draw? What do you think about all of this, and what should happen? I mean, we seriously cannot have security at all of these Pee-wee football games and things like this. But what's the solution, y'all?
I mean, you may have to start doing like they do at middle school and high school, and you have like a game enforcer. But you shouldn't have to do that at a Pee-wee football game. We should never have to worry about going to a Pee-wee football game and someone losing their life.
Who brings a gun to a Pee-wee football game?
Well, you got to know about the team. This team.
What I understand is, okay.
Yeah, this isn't the first time this has happened either.
What?
This is just the one time that someone lost their life. Guns have been drawn before.
Oh my God.
Well, see, Kevin, I don't want to say that changes the narrative, because it should have never happened, period, especially to the point of escalating to where somebody lose their lives. But the fact that this has happened before and no one has had this kind of conversation, this thing should have been on channel 12 or 8, whatever the local news station is. This sounds like an epidemic that should have been a light should have been shined on this years ago, if that's the case. I remember there was a TV show about Little League football, and I remember it was kind of crazy, and it was to the point to where it was theatrical, but it was entertaining. And we all kind of sat back like, those some damn fools. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we think that's for TV. Yeah, and I'll be the first to admit, I said this is for TV. They gotta be pumping this up, hyping this up, because I've been to Little League football games. Shout out to Brooke and his two sons. They invited me to football games all the time. I would go out there, I would watch the games. It was a wonderful event. Yeah, it was some overly theatrical fans, some parents who were a little too extra. The coaches, I heard some coaches say some hard language and some hard words to these players. But at the end of the day, if guns are being drawn, that's a public safety thing. Let's forget that somebody lost their life. What if one of them guns hit one of them babies? Mm-hmm. What if one of them bullets hit one of them babies, or somebody letting go shots? So this is bigger than football. This is bigger than Pop Warner. If anybody going to a public arena or a place of people congregating with a weapon, then we need law enforcement. I mean, that has to be changed.
And B. Jones, you and I talked about this through text, as far as these refs don't make enough money for these games.
Man, no.
So you are trying to attack them, and they're doing what you're not willing to do in order for your kids to play. Mm-hmm. And for you to go off and get into it, and then somebody lose their life. Even with Pam, you've seen in their basketball games. Yes, we can talk all the noise we want to. We can boo the refs. But once you put your hands on them, you have crossed the line.
Kevin, I'm sitting up here thinking to myself, unless that referee, he ran over there and kicked the kid or punched the kid or did something, God forbid, in a different disrespectful content. I can't understand. There's no reason at any public event, football games, for somebody to lose their life. There's not even a reason for us to get into a, I could kind of see how words and alcohol kind of escalate to where two fans getting it. I understand, but to get to where we shooting and shots is firing. So who do you blame? Let me ask y'all a question. Who do y'all blame? Do y'all blame the league? Who Kevin said the league has been aware of this issue. Well, you know what? Somebody got to take the fall for this. Somebody got to look at it and say, hey, you should have been done something about this. Do you blame the parents? Do you blame the spectator parents? Do you blame the coaches for not talking to the parents? Because hey, listen, we appreciate you paying your money and your kid coming playing, but if you get out of line again, not only are you not going to be allowed, but we're going to remove this kid from the team. Who's to blame in this situation, Kevin? KD, who y'all talk to?
And see, I don't want to put the blame on anybody, but definitely hold them more responsible, hold the coaches more responsible, and talking to the parents and telling them that this is about the kids and advancing the kids, and we don't want to teach them stuff like this, or have them around it too.
For all of these parents out here, let me break this down for y'all real quick. Little Johnny ain't going to the league at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old.
Exactly.
No.
Let that boy run up and down that field. If somebody hit him too hard, you tell little Johnny, get up, shake it off, and let's go. Yeah, they're out here fighting at a little league pee-wee football game like we are at a Cowboys game, and these kids are getting money. I understand that parents get invested, and sometimes parents are like, oh, my baby good, he going to the league. That's 15, 16 years down the line. Let this little boy play and do what he wants to do. More than likely, these kids just love. I remember Terrence has been playing basketball since he was 3. All he wanted to do was run up and down the court. He didn't care nothing else about nothing. At that age, they're just having fun. And y'all are taking the fun out of what they want to do because y'all are making it too serious for them at 6, 7, 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, your son might not even make it to the league. You think he good now? He might just.
I mean, yeah, everybody's good. You always have that one kid that stands out, but what happens when everybody catch up with them?
Right.
Well, I'm gonna say this, but are we letting the league off the hook? Are we letting the team? KD, you ran a team before. If you had parents that were overly aggressive on your soccer team, how would you have handled that? Because based off of what Kevin, I didn't know that was a culture. I didn't know that this was a culture of this team behaving this way. I've heard some rumors about Talib and his team, and his brother two-piecing the referee at one of the games. I mean, I literally heard this at the barbershop. But if it's a culture to where these parents were behaving this way game after game after game, then now we already established that these parents have no common sense. They fools to begin with to be on the field at a little league game fighting. But should the team have been suspended? Should they have removed this? Hey, we can't have this. I mean, come on, KD, talk to me.
For us, it was the league would fine us. So any fights, any cuss words that were said, whether it's to parents, other parents, or the ref, we were getting fined, and the coach wasn't responsible for the fine, and also the parent can't come back to support any of the games for the rest of the season. So yeah, so the parent and the club is suffering the consequence, and then also if you get red carded, then the player can't play for like the next game, and it always happens before finals. So you need that player on the field. You need them for the game. So it would always be a conversation, like a coach to parent or a manager to parent, to not do those type of things.
Have you ever had to have a conversation with the parent like, hey, you got to pipe down. You're doing a little too much right now. Your kid is good. He ain't great. That's not messy out there. So.
Yeah, you know what? I mind my business. For some reason, I'm always sitting next to a parent that wants to pop off, and I'm just like, oh, okay, that's what you're gonna do. Okay, well, whatever. I tell them to calm down, that it's not worth it. But people want to do what they want to do anyways, or they're going to do what they want to do anyways.
But then it's always that parent that's always yelling the whole game, getting on everybody's nerves, even their kids. And here's what I say to those parents: cheer your babies on. When they get in the car, don't ride them. You know what you should say to them? You know what a good parent would say to them?
What would they say, Kevin?
Hey, I enjoyed your game. And the next couple of days, then talk to them about it. Hey, so what were you thinking here? Stuff like that. But you got parents now, like Gemini was saying, think that kid gonna go to the league next year.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do mentally, they're messing the kids up because let's take in basketball. I had a kid, the dude could go, but his parents would yell at him right after the game. They would jump on him. That dude lost the love to play the game.
Yeah. I can see that happening real quick too. I'm with you on that one, Kevin. So let me ask you a question, Kevin. As a parent, how old are your boys right now?
That is for, I don't know. Everybody knowing my kids' age. They
okay. Well, let's just they middle school age.
Let's go. What's your question? Just ask me about.
Would you let them play in football? Would you let them participate in Pop Warner football after seeing this types of event? Does that deter you from allowing them to participate in something like this?
Well, football itself deterred me. It had nothing to do with this.
So you wouldn't let them play football to begin with?
I would strongly. I wouldn't want them to play football, but if they wanted to play, I would support them. But I would rather them go hoop or do something else.
But what if you had, what about a team like this? It's this kind of culture and
the
parents. You'll pull them from the team. Would you just pull them from the team and put them on another team?
Yeah, but I wouldn't put myself in that kind of environment anyway because you already know what you're getting into before you sign up for a team like this.
Yeah, see, that's my problem because I mean, if this team was, especially if it's associated with Talib, right? You would think like, hey, this is gonna give my kid the best opportunity. And I know we sit in, Kevin, you saying don't ride them, but some of these kids, that's all they got. Either you slinging crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot. You know what I'm saying?
No. I didn't get that big jump.
Some of these kids ain't going. They not going.
I don't agree with that. That is not all they have. They have books. There are so many other things. I think that we as African Americans always try to put too much emphasis on football and basketball for our kids. And I think the pressure comes from, oh, you got to be good enough to make it to the league. You get us out the hood, or you get us up, and we can do this and you can do that. There are so many other things. You could be good in science. You could be good in math. You can be good at social media. I don't care. Why do we always have to put the emphasis on sports all the time? And that's me too. Terrence been playing basketball since he was 3, but that's because his dad played basketball. I don't understand why that always has to be the goal.
Oh, it's a false narrative, Pam, because what you got to remember, our kids, let's just be real, the kids in Oak Cliff don't get enrichment courses. They don't go to field trips to the ballet and to the Nutcracker. They don't get to go to the museums. They don't get computers in their classrooms and iPads. Every kid turn their iPad in. They're not exposed to some of these different creative sources and out programs that some of these other educated kids have. So in their mind, this is what I'm saying. And I agree.
You can be. You have to put that in your kid first, though. There are several schools that cater to that, but you can't necessarily get into those schools because maybe that hasn't been your focus. There are plenty of STEM schools. There are plenty of academies.
I agree with you, Pam.
That are taking those kids that'll pay for that, but because that's not the emphasis, we aren't going to focus on studies. We're going to focus on trying to do sports.
Hey, but Pam, you trying to raise grown people now. Now you trying to preach to these parents to change their mindset, but we talking about grown ass folks like us who they got their kids and they gonna raise their kids and they condition and program to like I said that hey, in order for us to get off this block, for us to get the AC turned back on, we got to ride this kid here to make it to the league because they, like Kevin said, they showed a little bit of promise at the age of 8 years old. It was out there still forming the little giants. So I'm just saying, I get what you're saying, Pam. I came from a family of educators. My family told us like, hey, you got to get the grades before you get on the field. So I get it. But the reality is that the type of person that we talking about, y'all saw the video. They ain't worried about no violin lessons.
They're not worried about education either. That's and they
ain't worried about no education.
Gemini, everything you said was right. And in the real world, that's a perfect scenario. But when you come from a certain background and education isn't like stressed,
but even afford it to you. Like Pam said, you gotta force that. You gotta seek that education. I'm talking about if the education ain't at your fingertips. Right, it ain't easily accessible.
And it's bigger than us because we know that they don't want us to be educated.
Kevin,
we
you
don't
gonna
have
get us
the
shut
same-
down. Shut up,
We
Kevin.
don't
You gonna
have
get us
the
shut
same-
down, Kevin. You better stop. You better
Well,
stop.
hey, we need a week. We need a week off anyway.
How many NFL teams are there?
32.
32.
How many are on an active roster?
Well, after they make the team,
Like
it's
52,
52. Yeah, it's 52 man roster. But I think I mean, if you want to get to semantic, they get 10 practice squad players, and they get it's some other stuff to it. So let's just roughly say that there's between 70 to 80 players per team that get opportunities.
I can do the math real quick. 32 teams times 100 players on each team. That's 320 people.
Oh yeah,
We gotta find something else for little Johnny to do because little Johnny might not be doing it. Like for real. I mean, let's just be real. If that's going to be your plan A, that's cool, but you're going to need a plan B too because you're putting too much pressure on 10-year-old Johnny's shoulders.
It's like 2,700, Pam, just to let you know. I mean, you said 320, but
I did.
By like 2,700, something like 2,700, 2,800 jobs. It's okay. It's okay. I ain't going to tell nobody you from Freeport.
Gemini, we agree with everything that you're saying. We totally get that. We totally get what you're saying. Yeah. We don't do math in this show.
Toes too, Pam.
I don't know what the rules are for the parks that they play at, but maybe like having a no weapons rule.
Yeah, but how do you enforce that?
That's another thing. You know, this ain't Texas
Stadium.
Stadium.
You're supposed to have weapons at the airport, but how many people then got caught with weapons at the airport?
That's
and they're checking for weapons at the airport. So you think they ain't gonna bring it to the game? Hey y'all, don't bring no guns. Okay.
But that's just ridiculous bringing that to a kid's game, though.
It is.
Well, what if he went out to get it at the car though? I'm gonna give whoever it was. Maybe he went out to the car to get the ratchet and brought it back in and said, "Hey, say one more thing. I'm gonna peel your cap."
Yeah, but still, it's a ref. Why would you want to kill a ref that is trying to help?
He killed the coach. He killed the coach.
No. Well, yeah, but the coach got it. The coach wasn't the target.
Wow.
And this is a dude. He was like a staple in the hood. Everybody knew who he was because he's trying to do great things. And that always happens.
Yeah, I can't believe it, man.
He turned himself in so he could tell his side of the story.
And you know, nobody gonna. Well, I'm gonna be quiet too. So yeah.
Well, that took a long time. All right, then, y'all. That was a very interesting and a very deep discussion.
It's a hard conversation. We need to.
We can go on and on and on. We can put so many spins on it. Well, what if this happened? And what if this happened? And what if we do this? And what if we do that? But really and truly, parents just need to just pipe down a little bit.
Sit down and enjoy the game.
Yes.
I've been a part of some things, but that stuff came to me. I wasn't the aggressor in the situation. In both situations, I was not.
Wait, hold up. Now you're saying there's two. We only knew about one. You've only mentioned one.
Yeah, Pam. Yeah, we gotta talk about it.
Come on back.
Come here.
Wait. The first one, let me be clear. The first one, I was defending my mother. So
that's when you got hit with the coke.
No, that was the real one. That was the second one.
That's the one that's viral. World star.
Yeah, we need that video and we need to post it on Sportslifetalk.
We do not. I don't even know where that video is, and I never want to see it again because that was not me. I don't know who that person was. All right, y'all. It is time for the Playmakers segment. KD.
Let's change the mood. I'm with you.
KT, sorry. KT, take it away.
You didn't say that. I just heard KT. You just stopped talking.
She kept talking.
No, she said KD. Then she said KT. Okay.
I said KD, take it away. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, now you got to say KT, take it away.
KT, take it away.
Well, thank you so much, Gemini. That was beautiful. All right. Sometimes in our lives, we have to make a change. And that's exactly what this guy did. Adam Ryder. He wrestles in WrestleCore, and he's one of the best wrestlers in the world that you don't know about. So make sure you go and check him out as well as everybody else on our You Got Next series. And B. Jones, I hope we wasn't the reason why that man lost his title.
I think, you know what? I think he knew he was going to lose his title. He about to be promoted to some bigger and better things.
But no, it was just kind of funny. He did our show a week later. We up there talking about his belt.
Hey, we got the belt. Hey, if y'all want to see this crazy championship belt,
the Infinity Championship,
go watch the show. Go watch the show. He shows probably the dopest champ. Put our belts to shame. We put them up.
Yeah,
we ain't pulled them out since.
But one thing y'all don't know either that B. Jones, he doesn't tell a lot of people, is that his stepbrother, is in that same promotion.
We're going to get him on the show. I already told him. I already queued it up, man. He ready. He waiting on us. So I already told him.
So what you waiting on?
I mean, I don't think he's ready yet. But we're gonna talk about it with him. We're going to get him on, man.
All right, so who has a local business?
I have a local business. So if y'all are into popsicles, then y'all know it's hot in Texas. So it's fitting for the time of the year. It is called Pot Factory, and it's located in Dallas in the West Village area. They have, water-based popsicles, milk-based, and then they even have liquor infused. The mango popsicle is really good, especially if like you're into the chamoy and tahini vibe. They'll, drizzle it on the popsicle for you and then sprinkle the tahini. Or I think the other one that I had was strawberry pina colada, and that one is liquor infused. So if y'all are in Dallas, West Village, which is right outside of downtown, Pot Factory, check it out.
All right, it's on me. I'll close this thing up. I don't know if we could call this a local athlete, but it's going to be the SLT athletes of the week. Sending a tremendous shout out to the Midway 12 Under All-Stars. These young ladies went out this past week and they won the 12 Under World Series of softball coming out of Hewitt, Texas. So I thought that was pretty impressive. The girls were a beast. They got to do the little thing in the ring, like in the circle. And they kind of geeked me up. I ain't gonna even lie. I say, hey, these little girls out there smashing that thing. So shout out to Hewitt, Texas, and the Midway All-Stars. Y'all are the SLT players of the week.
All right, y'all. It is time for the toast. So KD, I was going to make this drink, but then it's been a long couple of days for me, and I realized I didn't have everything, so I'm gonna stick with my water. But this really does sound refreshing, so I'm gonna have to try this one day.
Yes, let's shoot for trying it next Wednesday on the show. So it's called Black Swan. It's kind of similar to my favorite New Year's drink. It consists of vodka, Chambord, and champagne. So you'll also want some blackberries. You need about 8 of them, and then a skewer. So you'll just mix the Chambord and vodka and then just top it off with the champagne. You'll put about 4 of the blackberries on the skewer, and then the rest of the blackberries, you'll just drop it in the drink. And the drink was inspired by the toast, of course. Solange Knowles composed the original score for the New York City Ballet. I think this is super dope. I think it just kind of came out of nowhere, and I love to see people work on things kind of behind the scenes and then just pop out and be like, hey, I composed the score for the New York City Ballet. So shout out to her, or toast to her. The shows are in October and in May, and of course it's in New York City. So toast to her. I don't have my drink, y'all. So if y'all
that is my twin. In case y'all didn't know.
Yeah, I do look a lot alike.
Shout out to Solange.
Poor Solange.
Wow. All right, so let's get into the Manhattan Project.
You
struggling with that.
I'm gonna have to change my name because Pam always gets us.
I do.
No, you do not have to change your name. How long have we been calling you this?
Well, I'm gonna call you by your government name.
All right, PJ.
Pumpkins.
All right, so before I get into the Manhattan Project, I want to shout out everybody in the comment section. Thank y'all for coming with us tonight and hanging with us during this live show. I don't have a mad question asking, so yeah, we're just going to skip right over it. I was going to give y'all a corny joke, but I couldn't think of one, and I didn't want y'all to like go away for the rest of the show. So I'll save my corny joke for another time. So a topic is 50 Cent. He signs a deal with the Houston Texans. You will see his Branson cognac and his champagne. I can't pronounce the champagne. And you'll see it at the NRG Stadium. How do you say it?
I don't know. I just made it up.
Oh, yeah. So I think that's super exciting. So I think that's what I was gonna ask y'all. If y'all were to pin a deal with any liquor liquor or champagne, who would it be? Like just off the top of your dome.
Really, KD?
Yeah.
You already know who he gonna say.
Come on now. Well, no, actually, that Branson, that cognac is pretty good. I give 50 his props on
I
that.
need to re-up. I
got a bottle downstairs.
Yeah.
It ain't cheap though.
So KT, you just drink some brown?
Sit out when you have guests. Like, oh no, you can't have that.
No, I put that one in the back. I put that behind the cereal. Nobody gonna look right there.
How much is it for a bottle?
Depends on which bottle you get. Yeah, it's the mid price one is 60, but I think there's one that's like 90. The black one is 90.
That's not too bad. I'm going to try.
No, for somebody else to drink. I'll drink it.
Yeah, that's why that bottle's still down there. Damn near full because ain't nobody drinking it but me.
You better come get this crown and sit down somewhere.
Pretty much. That's $26.
All right, B. Jones, what would your liquor be? Just off top.
Ooh.
You don't know?
I don't really Casamigos. I'm gonna go with that Casamigos. They delicious.
Yeah,
I was drinking that a couple of weeks on the show. I got to go re-up and get a new bottle of it. But that Casamigos smooth, able to get up and work on Thursday morning. So I'm good with that.
Yeah, Casamigos for me too. Solange can fight.
Me too.
I think
let's make sure she stay away from little league kids football games. Then, if she got them squabbles.
I'm gonna say probably. What do I have? I'm gonna say Ciroc.
Ciroc?
Okay. Yeah, and
flavors.
Yeah, and I like all their I like Ciroc's marketing, so that's a good pick. Good pick. Yes, so Aaron Judge, who plays for the New York Yankees, I don't know if y'all saw this a couple weeks ago, but one of his foul balls hit one of the players. I mean, not the players, one of the fans. Yeah, okay. Hit him right in the head, like right when he was about to get up, it got him. So he just so happens to be a pizza shop owner in Brooklyn. So all he requested was that he sign the ball that hit him, so that way he can add it to his collection of memorabilia that he has in his shop. So they say that he's going to sign it, but I don't think it's signed to this day. So Aaron Judge, I'm going to need you to get to it.
For real, that's a simple request.
Yeah, but right now he's focusing trying to get that home run record and he's trying to get his money.
Well, they on a losing streak, so he need to focus on something else other than what he's doing.
Yeah, but he's not the reason why they losing though. It ain't him.
That might be the good luck charm though. To go.
Thank you. Putting a little goodwill out there, Kevin.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, so Gemini, do you drink Alizé? Because somebody said you an Alizé drinker.
Why you tripping? I got something down there though.
Hey.
But that's only because I want to say, I could be wrong, but I want to say that KD had a drink last year, or I found a recipe somewhere last year to call for Alizé. And if it was KD. Don't know, a lot of times when she puts out a drink or something, especially if we feature a certain liquor every month, I'll try to get it. Even if I don't drink it, I'll try to get it. So.
Top of the line wine, Carlos Rossi. Y'all know, hey, that's that E40 KD, damn it. I'm with you on that one.
Man, I ain't had that in years.
I don't think I could drink it the way that I used to drink it. It would have to be mixed. It would have to like be a something with
the Alizé.
Something else. Yeah.
That Erkin jerk. That Mad Dog 2020, that E&J, that Boone's Farm, Sun Creek Peach. That was my
B. Jones, we actually have money now, so ain't nobody go out and buy that.
I might go pick up a Boone's Farm this week.
He's buying Casamigos, so ain't nobody listening to him.
That's my wife buying Casamigos.
All right, so winning time. We finally finished the series. What were y'all's takeaways from this show?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm on episode 7.
Yeah, I'm not finished with it. I'm not finished with it quite yet either.
Finally.
but I'm gonna say this: my takeaways, and I guess we'll have to, we have to text in the group or something later on. We may mention it, but we all know how this story ends. And to get this refreshing take, I think I may love history more than I admit to, because it was so like just going down this journey to see how this team evolved, how the league evolved, how certain players, certain people who we grew up idolizing, wearing their jerseys, watching the games because of them, to see how that all transpired and how they came about. was just impressive. HBO gave us a very immersive experience with this show. I felt like I was a part of it. And quiet as kept, I wasn't a Laker fan before this. I was always a LeBron fan, but I kind of understand what makes Laker Nation so special and what makes them so great. And anybody that's a part of that, I understand why. So
have they mentioned there's going to be another season? Do we know?
I ain't heard that, Kevin. I haven't heard it.
Because the way that the show starts off is, Magic is in the car, so we already know what he's going to talk about. So it has been another season.
Well, I didn't finish it, so I assumed that was all gonna circle back around. So,
well, I tell you right,
to the Boston and Lakers game where Larry Bird threw that ball at somebody.
Spencer Hayward.
Yeah, him.
That's
right. Yeah, I think that's episode 7. So it's getting juicy.
All right, well
that's
I was gonna say that's all I got for the Manhattan Project. So whenever Pam's ready for her uncut gems, let's go.
Okay, well, since we're on the subject of fighting, and altercations, KD, I thought you were gonna bring this up earlier, but you didn't. So I'm gonna use it as my uncut gem today.
Oh, okay.
I did have a story about a date, but I think I'll But I know everybody saw that Spirit Airlines. It happened here in DFW. That Spirit Airlines altercation, where the woman and the guy, I think the woman was a passenger and the guy was the Spirit Airlines agent, and they got into it. They were yelling and screaming, and nobody was really doing anything. Somebody finally stepped in, and then the girl reached around and slapped the dude in the back of the head, and he lost it, y'all. He ran over the dude that was holding him back and went, and he was trying to grab her, but I think the guy grabbed him at the same time. They both fell, but boy, when they both got up, he let her have it. And then, now all of a sudden is, dude, that's a girl, that's a woman, that's a female. But where was everybody when she was hitting on him? So let's discuss. B. Jones, it looks like you got a lot to say right there.
Oh, his mic's on mute.
yeah, I mean, I actually don't. I saw the video and I actually gave it a few thoughts. I actually put some mental equity involved in this situation, and that I summed it all up to that dude was dead wrong. Yes, he got slapped, and when you get slapped, you have every right to defend yourself. But I also think that as an employee, and everybody can sit up there and say, well, just because I'm an employee and I work for a company, that you can't treat me any kind of way. But as an employer, as a brand, you can choose to walk away. You can choose to take the high road. There's other courses of action, which mean that you are responsible for maintaining the brand that you are representing. So I'm gonna tell if any of y'all that got some free Sports Life Talk t-shirts, I guess if you get in a fight, it might help us out with publicity. But you got a choice to not tarnish our brand and be out in them streets wrecking it and choose to walk away. And I'm only gonna say that because if you watch that video carefully, Pam, and I like I said, I'm looking at something, I'm taking a 60-second look at something and I'm moving on with it, right? I don't know what was led up to. I don't know what the woman said to him to cause him to stand his ground and do that. But in that video, he was clearly she was moving away and he was clearly moving towards her. He was putting his finger in her face. He was pressing up against her to establish dominance. And where I come from, anybody who does that, they want action. They want action.
He kept saying that she was in his personal, so we don't know.
But she was trying to walk away. She was trying to walk around him.
Yeah, at one point, yes.
At one point in time, she tried to walk away, and he moved over, cut off, and you're not gonna talk to me. What you not gonna do, and all this other stuff. At that point, people snap. People lose it. You don't know how somebody's gonna respond. You in my personal space, and I only got 3 choices. I can fight, I can flight, or I can freeze. And them the only 3 options you got. She made the decision to fight, and
but why did she? Here's my thing, though. She didn't decide to fight until the dude came between them. Then that's when she want to retch around and try to pop him. Yeah, get a lick in real quick. See, that's where you went wrong, because when he was in your face, if you was about it, let's be clear, you should have been about it in that moment when he was in your face. But you knew that he might have popped you back and you wasn't ready for that, but you thought the little dude that came between y'all was gonna save you. So if you're not ready to keep your hands to yourself,
that's one. Keep your hands to yourself. But Pam, if DK Metcalf is standing there looking at me talking to me crazy, I ain't gonna do nothing until Kevin get there. I mean, it's gonna take somebody else walking until y'all three show up. I might be like, yes, sir. What else? I may move it. I may not move it. But y'all get on me like, no, okay. No, you did all that slick capping. I might reach over and get one off it because I already know it's gonna be broke up before I can get some intense damage done to me.
Yeah, but long story short, man, he chose violence.
He chose violence. He wanted that. He wanted that. He wanted that type of smoke.
Walk away. He didn't walk away. And he was saying, he said, she's in my space, but the dude kept walking towards her.
Now, I'm sure he's lost his job. So I guess my thing is, I don't know what happened. It's Spirit Airlines. So I think that pretty much sums up what probably happened before. He probably told her, ma'am, you gotta pay $100 for this bag to get on this plane. And she said, I wish the hell I would. And he was like, well, that's our policy, and you should have read it, da. She was like, well, the flight was only $200, and why all of a sudden is the flight $550, and why I got to pay? And so it was Spirit. So there you have it.
But that's my only other thing. And this goes back, and maybe I need to open up my eyes and I need somebody to enlighten me. I'm trying to imagine if you in these airport fights, because this is the second airport fight that has went viral in about 2 months. If you, first off, folks is dying at these airports. I walked in there, it was M16s. I mean, they had AR rifles. These police officers are scrapped up. I mean, they ready for war. Looked like we was going into Baghdad or somewhere. But then on the second part is what, like we were talking about the Little League football game. What could possibly transpire in an interaction in which I'm paying you to send me somewhere and I'm getting on the plane? I guess I ain't understanding what could happen to create so much anger and animosity between two human beings.
Well, B. Jones, it was something going on in his personal life. It was something at home.
And even on the other situation with a security, with a dude that was working at Delta, he got rolled off on the conveyor belt.
Well, that dude deserved to get pieced up. That was on him.
But what can make you that mad, Kevin? What made you so mad to where you willing to fight another human being at the airport?
No, you got to understand too. Everybody's short-staffed. They're working double the hours. And then it's just not enough sleep. There's lack of security in the airport. They're short-staffed that way.
You never know what somebody might have gone through that day.
Yeah,
man, that's them all bad. Look, because I'm gonna tell you something. Delta, we just talked. I don't know if we talked about it, but Delta was giving out $10,000 vouchers for folks that would roll their flight over. So guess what? Y'all caused me to miss my flight. I was 2 hours here earlier. Somebody about to compensate me for my time. And that's just the bottom line. Get your money back another way. I ain't understanding why you want to fight the clerk. Who ain't the pilot? He ain't do nothing with the plane. He a clerk. This man is a glorified Walmart associate. They ringing up tickets and luggage, and they put it on the conveyor belt. No, that is the depth of these people's jobs.
I'm telling y'all, you got to pay for your carry-on bag in Spirit. Sis walked up, thought she was about to get on that plane, and they hit her with that $100 charge. I would act in food too. Not that much.
Damn, are you serious? It would have upset you that much to where you would have went off?
B. Jones, if I ain't got $100. And my bag cost more than what my seat did.
And I'm gonna tell you, and you finna get mad at me, sis. You already knew what you was dealing with Spirit. Spirit is already you already knew it was a piecemeal.
Some people don't know.
How you not? It say everywhere $40 per. I know I've checked in on Spirit multiple times, and every time I check in, they say, "Do you want to purchase carry-on?"
She didn't know that. She didn't know that because she didn't buy her flight ticket. She got flued out.
Lord, she got her ass beat too. So she got a lot of things that day. She got more than she bargained for. So, and if I'm him, I would have lost my job, but I'm gonna put a silver case on her too. I'm gonna be like, hey man, she put her hands on me. Definitely. She cost me my job.
You have a leg to stand on though, like.
It's gonna be rough because the fact that he didn't walk.
Well, yeah, he was impeding her path, but still, though, I mean, you can't talk to me in camera. Yeah, he was clearly being the aggressive. So,
yeah.
All right, man, let's go.
All right, what are we doing now? Hold on.
We're gonna do the drop. Let's go.
Okay, it's time for the drop.
So The Game dropped his album with like 30 songs on it. The highlight was the diss to Eminem, and I believe that song was called Black Slim Shady.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think it's like 12 minutes long or 13
12 minutes.
Yeah. So what are y'all's thoughts on the album and the diss?
Now I'm gonna tell y'all my favorite feature on that album is actually 2 Chainz. Did y'all hear his verse? I forgot the song. It was dang, the dude from the Clips goes first, then it's The Game, and then who did I just say? 2 Chainz. That dude rips it up, man.
I'm about to go listen to that song, Kevin. I don't think I heard 2 Chainz song.
We All Fall. Is that the name of it?
Let me look. Hold on 1 second.
I'll beat you on. Yeah, you got it, man.
Yeah, but the whole album, I heard probably about 8 or 9 cuts off of the whole album. It's a banger. Game show, massive respect. I'm a huge Slim Shady fan. Eminem is in my top 5. We always talk about it. We always debate it, but I can appreciate the quality of work that he put in to go after Slim. Now, I don't know if it's going to end well. I don't know when people going to learn. Stop playing with that. Stop playing with that dude. But hey, and then the thing about it is M cooking right now. I mean, he cooking up a answer right now that's gonna be crazy. But I got to give it the Game. He pulled out all the stops. He pulled out all the breaks. He gave us some bars.
So no man falls. That's the name of the song, man. It goes hard.
No man falls. Let's check it out.
What brought about all this?
I think Game, just between me, I don't know the exact story behind it, but I think Game was kind of cloud chasing. I don't think we've talked about Game in a while. Last time we talked about Game was him getting into it with somebody.
I don't think it was that. I
think Eminem been chilling for a minute. So why'd you come after Eminem? Like you could have come after A$AP Rocky. You could have come after somebody new and current.
Yeah, but going after them means nothing because they can't fight back.
Well, that, and also I think The Game was under Eminem's.
He was under 50 Cent. He was under Dr. Dre, but he was with G Unit. G Unit.
Yeah, he was with G Unit for a minute.
Yeah, he was with G Unit.
They didn't really want him, and he didn't really want to be with them.
Wasn't that still part of?
Yeah, it was Dr. Dre. It was pretty much Dr. Dre.
I mean, it might have been under Slim Shady, but what I saw was a video of Game. So this is what I heard. That Game tried to get a versus when versus was hot. He tried to get a versus with Eminem and was told that basically it got word back to him that, hey, you ain't on M level. And I guess he took that as M was saying that, hey, you ain't a quality opponent you're not worthy to bring M out for a versus. And so that's when he came out in the interview saying that, I used to think that Eminem was better than me. I used to think that Eminem was a better rapper. And so I aspired to work hard to try to beat Eminem. And so he felt like it was time to go after him.
And the Game he's underrated because that dude is cold.
Game
man.
cold.
But
Game cold.
Going at the M versus Game, I wouldn't have wanted to really see that anyway.
Yeah, and I think he's just trying to fire shots because he also I don't remember if it was against 50 Cent, but he was saying that Kanye did more for his career than 50 Cent did or than somebody else did just with that song Easy that they made within the last year.
Yeah, because 50 Cent and Game, they didn't really like each other. They was like a forced marriage.
Well, he was cold on G Unit. I ain't gonna even lie. When G Unit had Game, Young Buck, Lloyd, Lloyd Banks, Tony Yayo, them boys was cold.
All right. Well, I mean, it's time for the coaches group, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So if you remember last week, we did the 90s male R&B group. So this week we're doing it for the ladies. All right. So
come on.
Here are the choices, and nobody in the comments try to change it and say I need to do this, do that.
You better come with it.
No, listen. You listen to me. I'm the head coach. I called the play. Y'all just execute it. All right. So the groups that we're going with Destiny's Child. Not probably, Destiny's Child. It may not be 90s all the way, but Destiny's Child, In Vogue, SWV, Salt and Pepper, and TLC.
Oh,
so who are y'all going with on that?
SWV.
Yeah, SWV, they cold, but I don't know if I would go. This is really tougher than the men.
Who are you picking? Who are you picking over
Okay, so music-wise, I would rather listen to SWV, but I'm being just real as a group. There's no group that sold more records and did more than pretty much TLC, right? Destiny Child may
Hey,
be.
I thought you was about to say Destiny's Child or In Vogue,
No,
man. This thing is a no-brainer for me again.
I'm telling you about In Vogue, though. I remember watching that Hold On video.
Living in something.
I was at my aunt's house and it was Video Soul was on, right? He was like, man, we got some,
like dresses.
well, he said we got some ladies. They're new In Vogue. I was like, am I supposed to be watching this? But I couldn't turn away. But yeah, I'm going TLC all the way on this.
I'm going TLC too. My brother from another mother. I'm rocking with the
I ain't chasing no waterfalls.
R.I.P. Left Eye. That was cold. Red Light Special, Scrubs.
Baby. You can keep going on.
Man, they was cold.
Go on and on with SWV. So
You can't go as far as TLC though.
you can. You can go.
No.
No, you can't. SWV got hits.
You want real fans. You want real fans because they had hits on hits on hits on hits.
No. So don't call me not a real fan because I know about the Release Some Tension album, the one that P. Diddy did. They got hits on there too. Don't come for me like that.
You know what? Just shut up.
Don't come for me like that.
Old school music.
Oh my
man.
God.
I know music.
Okay, I'm gonna do it's Destiny's Child for me.
I can respect Destiny's
She's
Child.
like 22 years old. That's why it's Destiny's Child.
And she Houston. She loved everything H-Town too, Kevin. So
Hey, Gemini, SWV would be number 2 for me though, because they cold. SWV was cold.
I'm gonna have to listen to some SWV because
Gemini sent the playlist again. We had to do High Five last week. Now we got to do it again.
Essentials.
Yeah.
SWV essentials.
Yeah, they cold.
But you know what? It's not gonna. It's. I can't. If you ain't really already there, you're gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? You had to be there.
You had to be there. Yeah.
You had to be there. You had to be rocking the combat boots with the oversized shirt and the biking tights, and you know you had to have the long nails with one eye covered. You know, if you weren't there, then you just weren't there. You're not gonna.
Yeah, you know. Then they had the Human Nature remix with that Michael Jackson. That song was that was cold. But they still not TLC though.
It was SWVP. Sisters with Voices and Pam.
Good. Okay, so we ending this segment. So
but based on what you said, you didn't talk about what's Escape. I was for sure.
What did I say?
I know. I just wanted to
call the play. It's executed. We did a great job. What you got for the drop?
Brownstone. All right, we gonna be
like one song.
Lay. What was that group name? Been thinking about you, baby.
Yeah, I really even know that group. Move on, man.
I know. All right, here we go. Hold that sneaker. I am back, ladies and gentlemen. Cop these desert elephants. We talked about them. They've been sitting over there cooking for a few days. I should have brought them out last week, but here we go. As y'all can see it, it's got this cork, this wine cork, which is amazing. The shoe's so versatile. The orange don't hit like I thought it was gonna hit. It's very subtle, smooth tones. I can't get the camera to do right here, but hey, there we go. There we go. It's a good looking shoe though. It's a good looking shoe. So hold that sneak. I recommend everybody go get them. They probably still on the shelves in places. So y'all can probably get them. Yeah. You could probably go snag them right now. It wasn't a truly hot release. So and it's been a lot of releases coming out over the last couple of days. What up?
I don't want to interrupt your segment, but
no,
I'm not going to show the shoes. But I finally got those pandas, man. I finally got
panda. Well, let's go. You got them out?
No, man, go ahead and move on, man. I got them.
All right. I'm about to say next week we're going to show everybody them pandas then. Katie, bring your pandas too, okay? Bring your pandas next week.
I tried to get another panda and I didn't win. And I was texting the guys and I was like, I don't know how y'all do this because it's
we take L's.
You get anxiety trying to make sure that you
every week
at the time.
Every week.
And then whenever you get it and then you're like in line or you're waiting, oh my gosh, it's horrible. So I was never told that I didn't get it, which was
you might have did something wrong if you never got the email or the text. Yeah, you did something wrong. So
POS.
I'm almost certain that you should have got them because I told who called it 6 months ago when I told y'all that the resale market was going to go bust. I called it. Now it's shoes on shelves. So sneaker, it's about to be fun, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who get irritated by the raffles and you don't want to stand in line or you don't want to battle the bots, it's about to get fun. We're about to start being able to bring this fashion out on a high level. All right, KT, we got the 152. Boom. We're going to do something different this week, and I'm going to try to do it very quickly so we can talk a little sports here. But over the next 2 weeks, I have provided you guys with the lineup of what Jordan is going to be releasing. Starting this Saturday with the 13s, they are going to bring out known as French Blue. Kind of remind me of my Flint, so I don't know if I'm going to get those, but that'll be the 819. Raffles are open right now. Once again, I do feel like this will not sell out, so you'll be able to do this straight to cart. If you wake up on Saturday morning, I think you're going to be able to get it. All of these shoes are going to be retail priced between $180 to $200. As a matter of fact, the only shoe that will be $180 will be the AJ1s. And I want you to put an asterisk on that because they used to be $170. So the prices kind of went up, which tells you that some things are changing. Now we move over to next week with the dark irises. So these are going to be, I believe, a mid-week launch. I'm not 100% sure, but it might be a Thursday launch. So the AJ 3s are coming out. I'm a huge fan of the 3s. So I got to cop. I got to eat on these. As you can see, the dark iris has kind of got the reverse with the purple hints going on the back of it as well around the tongue. And then, of course, the AJ 12 Stealth. So they got two Stealths editions coming out. The AJ 12s will be out on the 27th. And then the 8:30, which is going to definitely be a Saturday, we got us some AJ1s with the gray. And Pam, I'm telling you right now, them AJ1s, they cold. They cold. And the material is going to be leather. So they're going to be truly, truly, truly rockable. But all right, Kevin, let's go around. You can keep them up on the screen. You keep them up on the screen so the girls can see them. I'm not going to make you say cop or drop, but KD, are there any of these shoes that you plan on copping over the next 2 weeks?
No, but let me just say my little comment. So it's funny that the 819, 827, and the 830, they're just dropping these because, the Cowboys are about to, go to the Super Bowl again.
Lord have mercy. None of these shoes. I see you saying the French Blue. I mean, it totally off base.
Boy, that was a reach, but I'm with it.
A reach. I mean, goodness. All right, Katie. So you're not feeling none of it? You're not feeling none of these, Ms.Manhattan? None of them? None of the four?
Oh, I mean, I'm glad to see the French Blue come out, but I'm not interested in any of them, no.
You need to be drug tested. That's what you need.
Boo. All right, Gemini. Which ones you like?
Man, come on. Come on. You already know.
I already know you want them AJ1s, but what else?
That's it.
That's it? Them the only one you ain't feeling them dark irises next Saturday? Next Friday, I guess.
I just feel like I would look like a kid with her daddy shoes on with them.
Okay, so the dark irises will drop on a Wednesday, and the stealths will drop on a Saturday. It looks as though the French Blues actually are going to drop this Friday. So very awkward release dates that they're using or utilizing. But all right, KT, it's just me and you, kid coach. Come on, man. Which ones you dropping, Kevin? Are you gonna try to make a 4-for-4 run?
Heck no, I'm getting the AJ1s. I do like the French Blue, but I'm waiting for the playoff Jordans to come out before I get those. But I'm getting AJ1s.
Interesting. All right, I'm gonna try to sweep the last three. I don't know if I'm gonna do it on French Blues. I'm still trying to sleep on it, but we got a lot of stuff going on, so I don't know. I'm still. They calling me though. Don't get me wrong. I love those shoes. I just don't know if I'm gonna snag right now. May try to get them later on after my birthday, since we celebrate my birthday the whole month of September. All right, Kevin, let's have some fun, man.
Just celebrating the whole month.
Yeah, how old you gonna be? You gonna be 30?
Child, please, man. I'm gonna be somebody's granddaddy, man. Now, I'll tell y'all when my birthday come.
Or just ask me. Send me 50 cents in my cash app. I'll tell you what how old he is. Come on.
You don't even know how old I am.
Huh?
You don't even know how old I am, do you?
You're the same age as my wife, man.
I'm about to, man. When I filled out my employee paperwork, man, you can't release my information.
Hey, give me $5. Make it worth it.
All right, y'all. Here we go. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what that sounds mean. This is the part of the show with Kevin and I. We picking the ball back up and we running this thing for a pick 6 where we can talk some sports. Y'all remember, as we get longer into the years, we get closer, we will start picking individual games and players that we think you need to invest in for your fantasy roster. Oh, and by the way, fantasy football, it's going to be back. We're going to do it weekly. I was actually thinking about doing a league. Manhattan, you going to participate in the league? If we do a regular season league with all of the cast from North and the South.
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
All right. You are you going to do it and manage it, or because I don't, because I'm thinking about getting, I want KD Dammit to play. He been rocking with us every week except when he had his, his birthday. He kind of forgot about it. It's all good. It's all good. He tuned in. He sent a message in to us. I saw a video. KD Dammit like, hey, y'all, I appreciate y'all. I'm on the beat somewhere.
What you mean manage it? Like,
I mean,
you gotta do all the week.
You gotta manage it. Yeah, you gotta log in on Tuesday. You gotta put your roster in. You gotta look
at matchups. People may be hurt.
That's right. It's just not a drafted team. Yeah. Okay, Gemini, you averting your eyes from the screen. So I mean, are you gonna play fantasy? I mean, you gonna play, or you just gonna put in the roster?
Mini. How much money I got left? Okay, I'm gonna pick him. Yep, I play.
Well, with this one, you won't need money. We talking about the actual league, not the daily fantasy.
We're gonna do the daily. The daily is so we can get everybody together. We can get 20, but this league is just going to be, us, the South, and then we're gonna pick like maybe 2 fans. We'll put us a 10 team league together.
Wait, it's no money though?
Huh?
We can't put no money in it?
Oh, boy, I wish I worked for the FBI too. Look,
man, you probably got some money. She got some money
low. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get through this, man. All
right, let's go. We got to get out of here. All right, Kevin. Oh, but you know what, Kevin? Let's just do this. I'm going to do the top wide receivers. We're gonna save some of these for next week. Is that fair?
Yeah, because do the top receivers that we have on here, and then I'll bring mine. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I've been busy. I ain't get a chance.
No, you're okay. All right, but I do have this one I want to ask you. I think Madden drops next week. We celebrated Madden's life last week, or excuse me, in previously this year. Mm-hmm. And now he's been awarded the cover of Madden video game. It's a great way to celebrate his life. So, Kevin, are you copping the game?
If somebody gives it to me, yes. I'm not a Madden guy.
Really? You only gonna get it if somebody gives it to you?
Yeah, I basically wait till they sell it for like $17 and then I end up getting it.
All right, and I'm gonna ask this one more. I'm gonna ask this one other question, Kevin.
Go ahead.
Training camp fights. We talked about fights at the beginning of this thing. We know that the parents ain't got no business fighting, but how do you feel about your team fighting other team members in order to show their aggressiveness and to make a football team?
Well, it's better than fighting your own. It's better than fighting your own teammates. So
that's what they fighting. They fighting their own teammates.
Well, I thought they were talking about the teams that they're scrimmaging us against.
Oh, they do that too. But a lot of these cats fight their own teammates.
You don't fight your own teammate. You wait till the other team come and you bust their head.
Yeah. What did you say, Gemini?
Oh, I said, don't nobody want to get beat. That's normally why they be fighting.
They be fighting, they get their head dropped. Yeah. All right, here we go, y'all. What we're going to do is we're going to speed through this because, like I said, for the sake of time. But first, I'm going to do the honorable mentions. And I don't know. I think we might have some disgusted people on here that's mad at the honorable mentions. But we got Amari Cooper, did not make our top 12. Mike Evans, T. Higgins, Julio Jones, Brandon Cooks, and DJ Moore. Those are my honorable mention wide receivers. And I know y'all like, damn, who made the top 12 wide receivers? Here we go. Coming in at number 12A is going to be Michael Pittman. And I'm going to tell y'all, I did this just for y'all because y'all my family. And I'm talking to the family members out there in the chat. I brought in a 12B. So I cheated. I added a 12B for CD Lamb. Trust me, it was hard for me to do. Number 11, Terry McLaurin out of the Washington Redskins or the Washington Generals or Commanders or whoever they are. Number 10, DK Metcalf. Number 9, A.J. Brown, who's found a new roster in Philadelphia. Number 8, Keenan Allen, who's considered one of the best route runners in the league. Number 7, Tyreek Hill. And I'm going to tell y'all something. It's going to be a player that I'm going to mention after this whole list that I think could finish number 1 that I didn't put on either the list, and I didn't mention him in honorable mention. So just remember that next week when we go through the list, all right? And that is a rushed. I'm kind of upset. I'm going to let y'all, we're going to talk about this off air.
Well, go ahead and go to your yeet since we're rushing. This
all right, well, let's go to the yeet. Man, I'm going to give y'all some statistics. Born in Florida, squats 530 pounds, power cleans 330 pounds. He averaged 244 rushing yards, 13 yards per carry, and totaled 1,949 rushing yards last year with 21 touchdowns. Now, if you're asking who is he talking about, I am talking about Caleb Wagner, who is a high school football player out of the state of Florida who recently set the state record and the national record of defeating Derrick Henry's rushing yards with running for 535 yards in one game on 20 less carries. Now, this guy made national news because he, out of all that stuff I told y'all, this dude cannot get a Power 5 or FBS scholarship. He's committed to attend Southern Illinois, the Saluki, same school as Tony Romo, except this is a FCS level school. And then on top of that, now y'all like, okay, that's a juggernaut, but that's a yearly stat. Why are we talking about this guy for the yeet? What makes this yeet worthy is Caleb Wagner has one hand.
Yep.
He is playing without a left hand, ladies and gentlemen. And without a left hand, he only had 4 fumbles in 3 seasons. This kid is a absolute monster.
And he can catch. He can catch, too. Out of the backfield. The dude's cold. He's a true.
A one-handed running back who is running all over. He's tramping, he's stomping, he's stiff arming. I mean, this dude is a monster. So Caleb Wagner, for being tenacious, for being extraordinary, for being elite, you deserve a yeet.
All righty, y'all. Well, that is going to sum up our show for this evening. We appreciate everybody in the comments for joining us this evening. We love y'all. Who has some last minute shout outs? B. Jones, who you shouting out this week?
I don't have a shout out, but y'all know I'm a fight fan. We got a big fight this weekend. One of the dopest pound for pound #1 MMA fighter. Probably my second favorite fighter in MMA. Kamaru Usman will have a major clash on Saturday night. It is a pay-per-view event. So holla at Kevin if you want to get one of these cable services. But it's gonna be on and popping. I'm excited to see this fight. So I don't know. I'm gonna be chilling, kicking it hard.
Is he the one that's from Arlington Bowie?
Well, no, he didn't go to Arlington. I don't know if he's from Arlington Bowie, but
yes, I think he is.
The DFW area. He
went to Bowie because Coach Carruthers had it on a post.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. I know he trains and fights out of Dallas and also America's top team in Florida. But yeah, that dude is a monster. One of the greatest out there right now. It's gonna be tough to beat him. I mean, let me tell you something how tough he is. He whooped everybody ass in the division. They running back through the division. he whooping everybody twice. Man. This is crazy. So this is the second time he fighting this dude. And Leon Edwards is a great fighter. I like him a lot. I hate these boys got to go up against each other, but hey, come on, the beast.
All right, KT.
You know what? I'm going to give it to Deion Sanders because if you don't know, that man is trying his best to build Jackson State back up, making them credible at HBCU. What he did, he went out and hired Mike Zimmer to be their defensive coordinator. If you don't know, he was with the Minnesota Vikings. He spent time with the Cowboys. And I'm not saying that the other coaches aren't doing their thing, but their name doesn't speak as loud as Deion Sanders. So I want to give him props for trying to bring a little more credibility, to HBCU.
Can I say something else on that, Kevin? That's ye worthy, and I appreciate you giving a shout out to Deion, but I even think that's a huge, tremendous undertaking for Mike Zimmer. Because let's just be real, this dude was just coaching in Minnesota, if not last year, the year before. I think it was last year he was coaching. He could have been an offensive or a defensive coordinator in NFL, or he could have probably even took on a major program. I mean, he probably could be on the sideline at Alabama.
The reason I gave to Deion, though, because, Zimmer told him that, hey, one day you're going to be a head coach. And now it's coming full circle that Deion, the man that told him he could do it, he brought him along. He's working with him. So,
well, that's fire, man. That was fire.
All right, Katie, who you shouting out?
I'm gonna give a shout out to
I'm sorry. Cool Cast said Mike Zimmer can't see a defense.
Yeah, that dude called the defense, not just being the head coach.
Shout out to all the teachers. School's probably been in session for either a day or up to 3 weeks. Shout out to y'all. I know it's tough. These kids are bad.
We don't want no shout outs. We want some extra pay.
Well, I can give you extra pay.
Well, they'll give us a shout out. Yeah, they'll give us extra money.
Well, Kevin, realistically though, if they came at y'all, what would be a fair pay? Or how much of an increase? I don't want you to tell you, but what percentage of an increase do you think the teachers need? I personally think all teachers need 80,000 minimum.
Yeah, 80 between 80 and 90,000.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah. Well, shout out to y'all anyways, regardless of what KT says. Shout out to you.
No, thank you, KD, boy. It's just rough getting back in the swing of it.
Oh, yeah. That's that summer off.
Everybody ain't able.
Exactly. All right, y'all. Well, real quick, I want to give a shout out to my son. For those that don't know, my son has seizures, and we have determined that is epilepsy. And he had a seizure on Sunday. He dropped the ball and cut his foot really, really bad. Had to have 9 stitches. Y'all, this was Sunday. This boy up and walking around on Monday. He told me, Mom, you know I'm a robot. So shout out to him because I still would have been in the hospital with my foot kicked up. So,
Yeah, but you're like 60 though.
He's had multiple surgeries, but every time he just pop up like it's like nothing. Like I guess pain to him is just whatever. Yeah. And I didn't go back there because I can't take it, but they said they stuck him 3 times in the wound to numb it so that they could, give him the stitches or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, I couldn't even go back there. I was like, Mama, you gonna handle that. So shout out to him for his resiliency and for being as strong as what he is and bouncing back the way that he does.
That's amazing.
Mama still would have been laid out.
Yeah.
So. All right, y'all.
Hey, Kevin, the more I think about it, I think teachers deserve 100,000, man.
Yeah, I think
it should be a flat 100,000.
Because some of y'all is bad.
No, but they technically babysitters too. They watching folks' kids, and with the fact that we got public shootings, they need to be able to carry pistols on them. Because
you don't want some teachers with them though, because the kid talk crazy. They finna get this.
But that should be real. The reason you can't give them to every teacher is because you let anybody who go get a certificate become a teacher because you got a shortage of teachers because you won't pay them. You pay more money, you make it harder to become a teacher. I guarantee you, some people that'll struggle and fight through school to get to become $100,000 teacher if it was worth it. So,
please, I'll be smiling every day on this show, even harder.
You already make 125,000. Stop playing. All right, y'all. That concludes our show for this evening. Thank y'all for rocking with us, and we will see you next week. Make sure you tell a friend. And come on, Katie, you gotta do our little hearts.
You already know what time it is, Sports Life Talk, and if you didn't know, you didn't set your reminder. You need to set your reminder, man. Sports Life Talk through your speakers and your headphones. Get to know the name and let your friends know. Ask who's got their game on lock, like a chain around a box, no bento. Legos in the end zone, building on a height from the scoreboard that we're adding to. Consistent with the content on a whole different magnitude. Working front to back like a lateral pass, and the attitude matches the aptitude. That's why we're glad to do Sports Life Talk, counting down the clock till the next episode drops, yeah. Sports Life Talk, counting down the clock till the next episode drops, yeah.